And she's like, nah, I didn't, B. Like, immediately calls me a bitch. Hey guys, it's me, Jada. Okay, so I haven't made a story time in like a minute, and so this story like actually happened a while ago, and like I had said something about like filming this video on my Snapchat. Like I was like, oh guys, I'm heated, I have a story for you guys coming soon, and I just never had a chance to sit down and actually like film this between like moving into my new house. I'm in my new house, it's really nice, just still never unpacked and never had like a designated spot to film. And so I'm just gonna go ahead and show you guys, this is my new like filming spot. It's gonna be, I'm gonna fill this whole wall with pictures, and then I'm gonna film like on this whole wall right here, and it's gonna be great. So let me put this back down. Okay, stay. So yeah, so this story happened in like the middle of the summer. It was like, I want to say like ending of July, August. Yeah, I think that's when it happened. Okay, so I don't remember exactly, but it took me a really long time to film this, and like I'm still kind of mad about it, so I'm gonna go ahead and film it. So this happened on a day where I was hanging out with my boyfriend Dominic. We were hanging out, and I can't remember what we were doing that day. We were just like hanging out, you know, seeing each other, like we see each other like every day because we're that couple or whatever. And then yeah, then he was like, I'm hungry, let's go get food. And I'm like, okay, cool, I'm hungry too. So we're both fat, so we're like, let's go get food. But then I'm like, okay, funds are low. We're both like, funds are low, so let's hit up McDonald's. You know, nothing's wrong with McDonald's, getting some fries, something, whatever, when your funds are fucking low. So that's when I'm like, okay, let me take my dog out, Hennessy. So I go upstairs to take out Hennessy to go like go poop or whatever before we leave. And then as I'm going upstairs to take out Hennessy, my stepdad is coming up the stairs of my old apartment, like he's coming home, and I'm like about to bring Hennessy down. And then he was like, oh, where are you heading to? Like, oh, just making small talk. And I'm like, oh, me and Dominic are going to McDonald's, and I'm walking Hennessy or whatever. So then he goes upstairs, and then I'm like, okay, cool. And he's like, okay, get me something from McDonald's. He gives me like his order. Sorry, my voice is like dry. He gives me his order and what he wants me to get him from McDonald's. So now it's like, and now I'm getting food for Dominic, me, and then I have to get my stepdad's food all in one. So yada, yada, yada. So we're making a trip out of it. And then I was like, well, Hennessy hasn't been out the house all day. So I was like, he can come to McDonald's with us. I'll get him like a little ice cream cone or something. So Hennessy just comes with us. So we come down the stairs with Hennessy. We get into Dominic's car. And we go to McDonald's. So we go through the McDonald's parking lot. Before we go, Dominic's sister had called him and was like, she's ready. Because like basically Dominic was driving his sister's car, and he had to pick her up from work, so, and then he was going to leave pretty much. So as we're about to go through the drive-thru, his sister's like, I'm ready. And like, she's the type, like when someone's ready, like when she's ready from work, she's like, you gotta come pick me up like now, like this very instant or whatever. So we're already like through the drive-thru. So we get to the little speaker. So we know that he has to go pick up his sister, and we're like already on like short time or whatever, because he still has to drive me and my dog back to my house. So it's kind of like time is running low. So we go through the drive-thru, and we get to the speaker, and you know how they're supposed to like address you like, hello, welcome to McDonald's, what can I get started for you? We get to the speaker, we can't, like, no one addresses us like right away. We're like, hello, like we're already like short time, so right now we're like, hello, hello, hello. No one's answering on the speaker, and I'm like, okay. And then like about like 2 minutes later, someone goes, can I help you? And I'm like, okay. And then we order, and then I guess the person behind the speaker at this point, we're just gonna name the person behind the speaker. Let's name them, that's a good name. Let's name them Shaquanda. There we go. So the person behind the speaker, Shaquanda, is like, can you speak up? I can't hear you. Like basically already getting rude with Dominic because they cannot hear the order or whatever. But it's fine. So we get the order through, we drive up to the window. It's a long ass wait already. And we're like, oh my God, time is so like cordial. Like, gets to go pick up his sister. And we're just both stressing at this point. And I just have my dog in my lap. So then we get to the window and she says my total. My total was 15, it was 18 something or something like that for all the food or whatever that we got. It was 18 something, and since I was a server at the time at my old job, which I quit, so I'm gonna tell you guys another story time later. I quit that bitch, but I was a server, so I had a lot of cash on me, and then I had a exact amount of $15 in cash, and I really didn't want to use my card because I had to buy my Music Midtown ticket. No, I was going to buy my Music Midtown ticket with my card or whatever. So I was like, I'm not going to spend money on my card because I had like the exact amount. So basically I gave her the $15 in cash, and then I'm like, put the other $3 on my debit card, and I'm like, put the other $3 on my debit card, like how a normal transaction would go if you're paying with two different, like, you know, transactions. So I give her the cash and I give her the card, and she's like, yeah, okay, cool. Nothing like rocket science at all, like, you know. So she takes my card and my money, yada, gives us the food, and then we're like driving out of the driveway, like he's about to like rush me home so he can like go get his sister. And it's like hella traffic at this point because people in Georgia can't drive, and it's rush hour, and it's just disgusting. So we're like halfway out the driveway, and I'm like, my receipt only like basically says like the full $18. Like, you know, when you do two transactions, you get two different like receipts. Or your receipt shows you what your credit card has paid, or what your debit card has paid. It didn't say that, and it said my debit card paid the full $18. And I'm sitting here like, I gave her $15 in cash. I should only get charged $3. Like, I'm confused. At this point, I'm like, mistakes happen, so I'm going to go back inside and clear this up. And so Dom, at this point, I didn't want to hold him up any longer to get in trouble or whatever, or like get yelled at and get into a situation. So I'm like, go ahead. Then I had the dog, and I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I need to go into McDonald's and fix this problem. So I brought my dog, Henny. He's in my arms at this point. I have the receipt, my card, all my belongings with me. And I kiss Dominic goodbye, go inside, and I'm like, excuse me, I need help. Someone on the drive-thru basically charged my card, my full amount when I gave them cash beforehand. And I'm trying to explain the problem, and no one's like listening to me. Like, they're like people walking past, like no one's designated looking at my face, talking to me. They're like walking, and I'm like, hello, I need help. No one's listening to me. And then the lady from the drive-thru, which is, at this point you'll find out like Shaquanda is a transgender, and so which hadn't anything to do with it, which I'll explain to you what it has to do with it later. So basically Shaquanda comes over there and was like, can I help you to the thing? And I'm like, hey, you were the one from the drive-thru. I don't know if you made a mistake or not, but I gave you $15 in cash, and you charged my debit card like the full amount of money. And she's like, nah, I didn't, B. Like, immediately calls me a bitch. Immediately calls me a bitch. He's like, no, I didn't, B. You didn't give me no money. You just gave me a card. Well, I was like, I gave you money because I remember me passing Dom a bunch of singles, like, trying to, like, hand out the money, and she's sitting here like this. Like, I remember giving you the money. Like, I'm not stupid or whatever. And she's like, you didn't give me no money, B, la, 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 la. So I sat there arguing, and the people, like, they're also waiting for their food. They're like, ooh, girl, you better tell her, la, 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 la. They're just sitting here, like, hyping me up, and I'm like, I don't even care. I just want my card fixed. Like, it's, like, not, it's unfair. Like, I was really pissed I didn't get to buy my ticket either until, like, months later. But anyway, I'm getting, like, frustrated at this point, and I'm like, can you just fix the transaction? And then I'm like, can I speak to a manager? Can I speak to a manager? And after like waiting, after she walked away to go cater to her drive-thru, she comes back and she goes, this is what you gave me, B. And she throws like money all on the counter, and I'm like, where did the money come from? Like, she did not take it out of a register. She like had it, like magically came from her side pocket. I don't know where like it came from, but it came from below. And she was like, here, and just threw it on the counter. And I'm like, I thought I didn't give you any money. Like, I seriously thought I didn't give you any money. I thought you just pay for it all on my debit card. Like, you know, like, wow, where'd the money magically come from? And these people are like next to me are like, oh shit, it's about to get hype. And I'm sitting here like, fucking fix it. Like, you gave me my cash back, so take my cash and whatever, take my card. And I'm like, can you just fucking fix it? Nobody helped me. Nobody freaking helped me. So at this point, I felt uncomfortable being in the restaurant because I had my dog, and dogs are not supposed to be in the restaurant. Even though I'm getting ticked off, I was like, I just feel bad. And my dog realized that I was getting, like, heated. My dog's a puppy, so he's sitting here, like, you know, growing into himself, like, really scared because I'm yelling at this point. And I'm like, I'm sorry, Hanny. So we walked outside. I walked away from the whole situation. And mind you, so basically I'm stranded at the McDonald's. So I call my sister, and I'm telling her the situation. She's like, oh, hell no. Let me drive my ass up to McDonald's. We gonna handle this Jersey style. Like, mind you, my sister's already hyped. She's like, we gonna fuck this shit up. And I'm like, Jasmine, it's not that deep. I just need someone to, like, hold Henny while I go in there and fix the problem, you know, yada, yada, yada. So I walk, at this point, I didn't want to be nowhere near that McDonald's. I walk over to, like, it's a Cinnabon, how you pronounce it, Cinnabon or whatever? It's a Cinnabon right next to that McDonald's. So I walk over to that Cinnabon and I sit on their patio, and I'm just sitting there with Henny, chilling. Then I look up, and the storms are, like, getting grayish, like it's going to rain, and I'm sitting here like, oh, no fucking God. God, no, don't rain. Do not freaking rain, like, right now. Like, I'm freaking heated. Do not fucking rain right now. And then so it didn't rain, but it started like a little drizzling. Like, that's how Georgia would do. Georgia will, like, drizzle, and then the sun will come out and everything will be great. So it started drizzling a little bit. And then I was like, at this point, I was so heated. I still had, like, the food with me. And I was feeding Hennessy the fucking fries out of the bag. I was like, Henny, eat the freaking fries. Like, you know, like, enjoy yourself. Like, at this point, I'm heated, so I fed my dog. And then, so, I was just feeding him the fries. My sister pulls up, and she's like, let's go. And I'm like, okay. Then we go to the McDonald's. And my sister's like, where's the manager? And then magically, a manager turns her head around the corner. And I'm like, okay, where the fuck were you, like, 30 minutes ago? And then, the Shaquanda basically comes around the corner, and my sister goes, I understand that you call my sister a B, and whatever. And that's when she's like, I didn't call your sister a B. I'm in a professional setting. La 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 la. This is my job. I don't have no beef with her. And I'm like, I don't even care at this point. It shouldn't have gotten to this point. Like, you guys, you basically stole my money and put that shit in your pocket and charged my card. Like, I just want it fixed. So then the manager calls up to my sister. She's like, is there a problem? And then she's like, yeah, you're basically your your employee or whatever stole money from my little sister and put it on her card and basically tried to pocket the money. And then the manager is just like, oh, well, just come over here to the register. Like, she basically was just like, she didn't give a fuck about us. Like, she basically dealt with people like this. Her attitude was basically like, we're the wrong ones, but I'm just gonna fix it because I have the manager title. Like, that's how her attitude was. So we walk over to the counter, and yeah, we walk over to the counter, and she's like, so can I get the receipt? Oh, yada, yada, yada. And she's like, I'm going to fix it. And I was like, you know what? For all this trouble, my food's code. I just give her back the whole food. I'm like, I want my whole money refunded. I want the full $18 back on my card. Like, I just want it all complete or whatever. And she's like, okay, I can do that. And she did it and gave me another receipt that she showed that she did it. And then she was like, it's going to take, like, a few days for it to go back on your card. And I'm sitting here like, great. Still can't get my ticket. Like, cool. But it's fine. All because this bitch wants to freaking steal money from me. But, yeah. So, yeah. So, I was, like, really pissed. And they just, like, I watched them, like, when I walked out. They just went back to working like nothing ever happened. She never said anything back to the girl. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. That's how we treat employees that are rude to customers. Wow, this is what customer service is. Wow, okay. So my car right there, on my way to my sister's house, because she was like, you can just hang out at my house or I can take you back home. I was like, I'll hang out at your house. You know, we can be cool and cordial. Yada, yada, yada. So I go hang out at my sister's house. So I was like, fuck this shit. I am calling the main corporate of freaking McDonald's. It doesn't stop here, y'all. So I call the main corporate of McDonald's, and I'm like, hey, so I just went to McDonald's, like, not even, like, an hour ago. And I tried to get food. A employee was very rude to me, called me out of my name, and tried to steal my money, yada, yada, yada. Like, I wasn't even, like, mad that they stole my money. I was more mad that she's, like, tried to tell me that I was wrong and called me out of my name. Like, I was like, okay, cool. So I'm telling them, customer service, not the customer service, the management of the whole McDonald's. I'm telling them my problem. And they're just, like, more concerned, like, did you get your money back? If so, we can go in the system and refund you. And I was like, yeah, I got my money back. That's not what I'm calling you guys about. Like, I'm more so calling you guys. Like, at this point, I really didn't care about the money. I also was just like, this person should not be working as like an employee in customer service. Like, they should not be working. Like, if you can be that rude to somebody, like you should not be working. And then so I tried to explain to them what happened. I went through the whole story. They're like, wow, that happened at our McDonald's? Like, they act so shocked. At our McDonald's? At like a McDonald's? I'm like, yeah, bitch, it happened at McDonald's. Now you guys realize why people are always fighting at McDonald's and pulling up, like, because people act like this. So I basically explained the problem, and they're like, we're so sorry. We'll try to get this under control. We need the time that you went in and an employee. And I was like, I looked at her name badge. Her name was Jessica. And they were like, we looked up at Jessica. We can't find any Jessica. And I'm sitting here like, no, that bitch, her name was Jessica. I looked at her name badge. And that's when I was like, oh, well, she looked, to me, she came off as like she was transgender. She had like little box braids. And you can just tell when somebody's like basically transgender. You can still tell if they're a guy when they haven't really transitioned yet. He had like no makeup on or whatever. So I was like, well, he's transgender, and like they kind of let you put whatever you want on your name badge. So maybe you guys can look up any like guy employee that works here that goes by like a transgender and yada yada yada. And they was like, okay, that's helpful. And then so I give them that clue. Then I was like, you can have my name. They're like, we need your address and yada yada yada. Just, you know, because some people will call and prank and be like, this happened, when it really didn't. And so I told them the time I was in there, what happened, what went down, my receipts. I sent them everything. I was like, here you fucking go. Like, get this bitch fired. Like, no. So I send them all the receipts, tell them everything. And then they're like, okay, Jada, well, we're going to get in contact with this McDonald's and yada, yada, yada. And we'll get your problem straightened out. And I'm like, okay, cool. Thank you. Have a great day. Thank you guys so much. And then the conversation was done after that. Then one day I was at my old job. I fucking hell-ho. I was at my old job, and I was just working, and then I get a phone call, and like my boss wasn't there, so I was like, I'm gonna fucking answer it. So I answered it, and it was that McDonald's corporate or whatever. And they're like, yeah, we figured out the problem. We got that person under control, and like they're gonna leave and yada yada yada. And we're fixing the problem. But they were like, I can't remember what they said. Oh, they were like, oh, we need your new address so we can send you some stuff and yada yada yada. And I'm like, I don't care about getting free stuff from McDonald's. It's cool and all. Like, shit, give me all the fries I can eat because I'm fat. But at this point, I'm like, I don't care about that. I just want to know that if I go back to that McDonald's, like, that bitch is not working there. Like, you guys should not have someone working for you that's that fucking disrespectful. Like, that kind of ruined my day. Like, I was really kind of upset about that. And yeah, so months ago, I never hear about the problem again until like recently, in like September, it was the ending of August into September. I get this freaking letter from McDonald's, and they're like, Dear Jada, they spelled my name all types of wrong. They said Jadya. Bitch, what? Okay, but I kind of like that they did kind of cared and reached out to me. They were like, thank you again for notifying us about your complaint, taking the time to discuss the issue with me. We strive to provide with the best possible service. And when you feel that it fails to meet your expectations, it's important to let us know. We're sorry that you received service that prompt you to contact us with a complaint, and we regard any inconvenience or frustration that your experience has caused you. To ensure to our staff conducts itself in a manner that reflects the highest regards that we have for our customers, we put additional attention and training at this location. Your patronage is important to us, and we hope that you continue to give us opportunities to serve you. Thank you again for bringing these matters to our attention. Sincerely, and it was a girl named Samantha Moore, and she like signed off at the bottom. And then they think everything's okay by sending me this bullshit. It's a 1 free breakfast, lunch, or dinner sandwich, medium drink. And I didn't get it till like August 25th, and it had the nerve to expire September 1st. I was like, this is not going to make me feel better. Like, getting a free breakfast, sandwich, and drink is not going to make me feel better. Like, I just want to know that she does not work there. Like, I really couldn't care for this letter. Like, well, the letter was fine, but don't send me a free coupon, like, getting free shit. Like, no, that's not going to solve anything. I just want to know that she doesn't work there anymore. And yeah, so if I ever see her there, I'm going to keep you guys updated. I'm like, this bitch still works here. Hell no. Like, I get, like, maybe she had a bad day. Maybe they want to get second chances, but that's not cool. Like, on top, she stole my money. she cursed me out. That's not good customer service. Like, I wouldn't want to own a place where I have customers calling people bees and stealing and pocketing their cash. Like, what? Like, no. Like, that was just a McDonald's day from hell. Worst freaking customer experience ever at a McDonald's. Like, freaking ever. But yeah. Well, that's enough of this story time. That's pretty much all that happened. Thank you guys so much for watching. And if you enjoyed this story time, please thumbs it up. And I would like to see you in my next video. And yeah, more story times to come. So, bye guys.